Hey guys, let's catch up. Alright, so I like to do at least one Q&A a month, kind of just to answer all of your guys' questions. So throughout the month, I'll take all the questions I see in the comments, in my DMs, that I feel like just the majority of everybody has, and then I'll put them in my notes app, and then throughout the month, at least like I said, I like to do one Q&A a month, just to catch up and stuff. I'll answer all those questions. So that is going to be today's video, with a little twist, because I feel like sitting in front of a camera and talking is just boring and might not be super interesting to watch if I'm just sitting here answering your questions. So I'm also going to be getting ready for the day, which might not even be interesting to you, which that's fine, because this isn't a tutorial or anything by any means, because I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, that's all. We're just gonna get into it. I don't really know even why I'm getting ready for the day, because I'm probably going swimming at my parents' house later. So fun stuff. Anyways, also my hair is so greasy, so I should have showered before, but I might be going swimming, so I don't want to wash my hair if I'm going swimming later. But then I also was like, well, that makes no sense, Lacey, because you're doing your makeup and all of that is gonna come off in the water anyways. Nothing makes sense today, so we're just gonna go with it. So like I said, this is not a tutorial, so I'm just gonna be doing my thing and answering questions. Most of these questions are about my pregnancy, so if that's not going to be interesting for you, then I'm sorry. But the first question is, does Jonathan still live with me? Who is Jonathan? And when are we turning his room into the nursery? So I realize that you only will kind of know who Jonathan is if you've been watching my family's YouTube channel for ever, but he is one of my brothers, one of my adopted brothers, who moved out kind of early on, and now he lives with me for now. Oh, I just poured way too much foundation on my hand. It's really not a makeup video if something goes wrong, so we're just gonna deal with it. Anyways, so he lives with me. It wasn't supposed to be permanent at all, but it kind of just became permanent because I didn't really need my second bedroom in my house, and it would just be sitting there empty if I wasn't pregnant and if he didn't live with me. So he has been living with me for 7 months, and now that I am pregnant, we would ideally like to turn my second bedroom into a nursery, and that is the plan, and I've been very open and honest with him about that plan, and he knows. So I think we decided November was when he was going to move out, just so that I can have enough time to put everything together, get everything set up, kind of just feel more organized. Plus around then is when, around November, December is when we'll do the baby shower, and that's when you get a lot of gifts and stuff, and I need somewhere to put those gifts, so yeah. And as for nursery themes, we don't have any. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I think my sister Kylie and my mom are gonna be a big part in helping me set up the nursery, and they have their own ideas, I think, going on, especially maybe my mom. So we'll see. I don't really have a preference or anything, but I'm sitting here with my foundation on my fingers, so this is gonna be messy for a second. So I'm gonna do this and then come back and answer another question. Okay, and speaking of deadlines to get the nursery done, the next question is, when is my due date? So if you don't know, I have been to 2 OBs during my pregnancy. I have transferred, and I really like my current one, which is so good. But my first OB kind of calculated my due date to be January 13th, And so that's what I thought my due date was. And then going to my second OB, he was like, no, it's definitely January 17th. So obviously these due dates change, and babies come early and babies come late, and babies come on time. I came on time. That's actually a fun fact. I literally came on my due date, which I think is so cool. I tell everybody that I've been following the rules since I was a baby, but hopefully, I don't know, I'm not hoping for a late baby, but so the due date is January 17th, which is actually kind of stressful because I have a lot of things going on in January actually. So the baby's due date, clearly. Eli's birthday is on the 23rd of January, so that's also super fun. So they're only going to be, if she is born on her due date, they're only going to be like 6 days apart. So he will probably be getting a newborn baby for his birthday because I'm not going to be able to do anything. And then our like 1 year anniversary is also in January. So it's on the 22nd, I think. So we have a lot of things going on in January and not a lot of time for any like trips, or well, we can't even go on a trip with a baby and I'll be so pregnant anyway. So that's kind of it. We might have to do like an early birthday trip for Eli, but what can you do? Also, I'm so sorry if I'm like squinting like this. I'm sitting in front of my window, my bedroom window, and it is bright outside. Like it's like 11, I think. Yeah, it's 11:22, and so the sun is like right at peak, like and so it's really bright outside and I keep squinting, so I'm so sorry. Alright, next question is, what was the name we were going to name our baby girl before Eli came up with the keeper name, the name that we decided on? And I actually can't tell you. And I'm not telling you because I want to be a jerk or anything, but I think we're using it, like we're using the name that we were going to name our baby as a middle name for if we have another girl. So as of right now, I cannot share the name that we were going to name her with you, because what if we use it in the future as a middle name? We wouldn't use it as a first name, but we would use it as a middle name. What if we use it and then you know? Also, hints for baby names. I didn't want to give any out, but I told my family that like the letter of the name the baby starts with, and then while I was driving my car, my mom asked me, so I was like, oh, okay, fine, I'll share it with them. But the baby's name does start with a B. That is the only hint that we are giving out. So don't ask for any more, okay, guys? And you probably won't even guess it. Like, you can try and guess it. You can try and guess her middle name because her middle name does not start with a B. But I don't think you will because her first name is kind of on the more unique / rare side. I've never met anybody with this name, but like I said, we're not sharing what it is until she's born. We're not even telling my family what it is until she's born. So try and guess it actually down in the comments, and then we'll do like a reacting to your baby name guesses video, because that would be so fun. And we still are doing like a baby names we love but won't be using, because we kind of have all of our baby names picked out for all of our future children. So we're kind of like very set on these names. And so yeah, we still are doing that video. I get that question a ton, and that is still happening. Don't know when, but most likely soon. This will also be the only video that I am sharing a hint on. So please don't comment it on other videos because if you didn't watch this video, oh well, because that is exclusive information. Hints are exclusive information. So don't be commenting, oh, the baby's name starts with a B on other videos, because that's only for this one, okay? Do you understand me, guys? This is a secret that we have together now, so don't be sharing our secrets. You hear me? Okay. Your guesses can start with the letter B, but don't share it anywhere else. Thank you. Okay, moving on. The next question is, am I still vegetarian? So I was going to make a whole video about this actually when I stopped being vegetarian, okay? Because if you didn't know, I was vegetarian for like over a year actually. It was a really Sorry, I'm not picking my boogers. My nose is just itchy right here. Okay, better. So I was vegetarian for over a year, and then I was planning on being vegetarian throughout my pregnancy, just because that's how I was eating and I didn't see a point in changing it, because it was working up until I was pregnant. And then my first trimester was already hard, like so hard in itself. I was throwing up like probably like 6 to 8 times a day. I couldn't keep anything down, actually. It was really, really hard. I couldn't even keep water down. So that was hard. And then I was throwing up all of these, like, you know, fake meat substitutes. You know what I'm saying? Like my vegan chicken nuggets, I was throwing those up. I can't even look at those now. I still have some in my freezer. I can't look at them. So my first trimester ruined a lot of my favorite foods already because I love those chicken nuggets. But now I can't look at them, now I can't eat them. So like I said, my first trimester was already ruining all my favorite foods. And then I also just felt like super, super weak. I was getting enough, like the same amount of protein, which was enough protein before I was getting all my vitamins. I was taking prenatals, you know, I was doing everything that I needed to do. But I just felt still so weak and like I couldn't do anything. And so for most of my first trimester, I actually stayed in bed most of the time. And that's why I don't really have a lot of videos like documenting my first trimester, because I just felt like crap all day, every day. And that was not good for me. So I decided it was probably my diet that I needed to change. And I was right. I was just gonna test out like eating meat for a few days or a couple weeks. But immediately I felt so much better after, you know, incorporating meat back into my diet. I didn't like go out and eat a full steak. I still have not eaten steak or anything like that because actually steak grosses me out really bad. But I kind of like eased my way into it so that my digestive system could be like, okay, so we're doing this again, yay, okay, cool, let's go slow, you know what I'm saying? So I eased my way into it, and ever since I have been eating meat. And I don't know if I will go back to being vegetarian after I give birth, but for right now, this is just what's working for me. And yeah. All right, who is going to be in the room when I give birth? So I really don't care, actually, if I'm being honest. I don't care who is in there. Obviously not like strangers, you know. Well, there will be doctors that are strangers, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want like my like immediate family, you know what I mean? So like Eli, I'd be okay if like Eli's mom was in there, or if any of his siblings wanted to come. Some of my siblings, maybe, well, definitely my mom, definitely my dad, you know, just like those kinds of people. I'm not trying to be like, all my cousins can come, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously that is a very like intimate and scary moment, but also like equally beautiful. But the hospital that I am giving birth at right now is only allowing one support person. So I'm putting on my eyeshadow. They're only allowing one support person in with laboring mothers, which is kind of, actually, does that even look okay? I don't know, hold on. Which is actually kind of stupid in my opinion, because they're allowing 2 visitors for like regular patients. So I don't know why I only get 1 person, but as of right now, obviously my due date is in like, I don't even know how many months. It's soon, but it's like, hopefully COVID can be better by then. So yeah. Anyways, so as of right now, it's only going to be Eli in the room, which is fine. But so, will there be a birthing vlog? I have no idea, because if Eli's the only person in the room, I want him to be focused on me and the baby and not having to vlog. So, but obviously that's such a special moment that I would want on camera, so I'm kind of conflicted. Hopefully more people are allowed in the room. I know in other places 2 or 3 people are allowed, so I'm just hoping with time things get better and more people are allowed. Okay, so my makeup always kind of looks a little crazy before I put on my mascara, and that is actually my last step, so we only have time for one more question. And this one, I understand why there would be questions about it, so I actually have to Google it. The question is, what was Eli's birth defect that he had, his heart defect, that our future children could potentially have. As of right now, our girl doesn't have it, but she will need an echo at 24 weeks, and I'm almost 23 weeks actually, so maybe an echo soon. But I just screenshotted what it was. I know what it's called. It's called the transposition of the gray arteries, but I'll just read like the summary for you. So transposition of the gray arteries changes the way blood circulates through the body, leaving shortage of oxygen and blood flowing from the heart to the rest of the body. Without an adequate supply of oxygen-rich blood, the body can't function properly and your child faces serious complications or death without treatment. And it's either detected prenatally, which is right now, or the first hours to weeks of life. There is a corrective surgery that you can do as soon, like after you give birth, and that's the usual treatment. And it says, with proper treatment, the outlook is promising. So obviously the outlook is promising because Eli had it and he's fine now. He did have the corrective surgery at like 3 months, I think, but when he was born, he was purple because sorry, my camera just cut out because I've been recording for too long, which means that I should probably wrap this up. So let me just tell the rest of the story. So when Eli was born, he was purple because his heart just like wasn't circulating blood properly. And then I think he had corrective surgery at 3 months, but he spent like the first 3 months of his life in a hospital. I could be wrong about the timeline, but I know that he spent a lot of like his first few months of life in a hospital, which is really sad, and I would prefer not to have our baby girl spend the first few months of her life in a hospital. So I'm glad that we are getting all of this figured out. But yeah, if she does have it, she'll be fine. There's a corrective surgery that obviously is successful because Eli had it, and he's fine. He got to play sports and football. I mean, he got to play sports in high school. He did football and he did great. He was amazing at it. He didn't have any complications that I know of that we've talked about. So yeah, I guess I've been talking this whole time, so let me do my mascara so you can see what I mean, you guys probably don't even care because you didn't come here for makeup, you came here for answers. So let me just put on the rest of my eyelashes and then I'll say bye. Okay, we're done. This is the final look. Woo! Can we get a round of applause? Anyways, that's all. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm gonna go swimming and have fun. And yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any more questions, comment them down below and I might be able to answer them in the comments, or they'll be saved for next month. So either way, they might be answered. Yay! I just put my hands, look at my wrist. Anyways, I gotta go. Bye, love you.